Hey everybody, welcome to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
Hey, I'm Matt Gordon.
Welcome back, Matt Gordon.
It's good to be back.
We have a guest today.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's not Gina D. Herrera, which I'm going to call you multiple times today.
Great.
Because that's how I know you. Welcome, Gina Phelps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we start, I want to freak you out a little bit and let you know, I've already told Lance that Matt is undefeated on this podcast.
Here we go.
You were in for it.
I'm excited.
For sure. I got some good ones.
Very good. I always root against you, but this time I'm rooting for you. I'm just tired of the shit talking. That's all I am. Just tired of the shit talking.
Well, I'm going to remain humble today. I think it's just important to keep a champion's mindset when you come on the show, and that's what I'm going to try and do.
Sorry, buddy. It's going to be a bad day for you.
All right. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
Well, if you're new to the Bullhucker podcast, welcome. What we do on the podcast is we have a guest, Gina Phelps, today. Gina's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. The kicker is only 2 of these stories are true. One is either fake, made up, borrowed. What is it, Gina, without going into great detail?
Pretty fake.
Mostly made up?
Yeah, mostly made up.
Mostly made up. So that's better than the borrowed stories. The borrowed stories are tougher.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, because it's a true story. It's just not their true story.
That's a good point. Dana fooled us at the banquet with that one by taking a true story from her sister.
Right.
And using that one. Yeah,
Yes.
that got us.
Well, actually...
That one totally got me.
That got you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's because this guy's true story about Dog the Bounty Hunter is
Yeah.
a little unbelievable, right?
That was completely unbelievable.
It's
really
crazy.
happened. I haven't seen him since. I don't know what I would do if I saw him now. He wouldn't remember me at all.
Depends how bad she likes A&W. It's that fucking ginger that screwed me up.
That's the guy. I haven't had KFC in so long. This guy.
I wanted one chicken leg.
Right. That's like not a single other store you could possibly visit in any way.
Isn't his wife passed away?
Yes, unfortunately.
Maybe that was their thing. That was like the thing that he remembers about her the most, And
I've ruined that and her memory. And, like every anniversary of her death, he's thinking about the redhead guy who kicked him out of a KFC when he was... Is that what that is?
The 16-year-old ginger.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Yes.
That's...
Yeah. And your age, that one was like, no way. There's no way that any of that happened.
Castle Rock got all sorts of people from all over the place, TV and radio and sports, and we're always surprised. There's a ton of people just pop up and hit the drive-thru, and you just interact with them.
I think I was there for a while. It was like outside of Denver. That was
Yeah.
That was the spot.
Keensburg is now. Well, yeah, you can't afford to live in Denver, so Castle Rock was still. Remember, it was still little for a long time.
Well, that whole I-25 corridor, that's like the, like human trafficking corridor. Like every freak runs up and down that I-25.
Right.
So,
Good point.
all sorts of crazy things happening. You just never know.
Because Colorado's just growing like crazy, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You want to buy a tough shed here in West Colorado, it's going to cost you $125,000.
It's like I-76 is turning into I-25. It's going to be all sorts of crazy.
Yes.
Have you been to Denver lately?
Not super recently, no.
I mean, all the houses for miles now.
Oh, yeah.
Who's buying these houses at $400,000, Matt?
People
Besides
from,
you.
I would say not me. That's a fact. People from California and people from Texas.
Yeah.
Huge flight from Texas over the last couple of years, and they're all coming here. We got a beautiful state. We just need to start telling them it sucks, and they'll go away.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
for real.
So this is the first time you guys have met, right?
Yes, indeed.
No?
Yeah, in person. Well, we were at the chamber dinner,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
In a less formal setting, I would
Yes,
say.
yeah.
I'm curious about the stories because I know Gina for a very long time. We ran in the same circle for a long time. So
Yes.
is there stories about back in the day or no?
No, they're all newer.
Okay.
Because my life never ceases to be crazy. It's just like always something nuts.
I'm hoping you're right.
Yes.
I'm excited.
If you listen to this podcast, there's been a few stories like the Dog the Bounty Hunter that have really just have got me. There's been a few that I'm like, oh my God. We're like people I knew that I grew up with that they tell me these stories and I'm like, holy shit, seriously?
Yes.
Weirdo.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. People live eclectic lives, and
they do.
We see it all around us. And that's what I love about this podcast. It brings on just everyday folk, and we talk about all the amazing things that we live through. I love sharing that.
Right.
Yes.
Have you had a chance to listen to any of these or no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you? Okay, cool. Do you have a favorite yet?
I don't know.
I could've
now that I'm on the spot,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
I
can't
just-
think
I
of like
could've
a
pressed it.
story that
Yeah.
I do enjoy listening, definitely.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right. Well, are you ready to tell some stories?
Yes.
All right.
Super excited.
So, Matt, since you are, it's been a while since you've been here. When's the last time you were on this podcast?
I mean, probably 8 months.
When you were the guest, you weren't even living here still.
Correct. Yeah, that was when I was town clerking out in Green Mountain Falls. That feels like a million years ago. I'm glad that's over.
You had the story about the guy who had sex with whales.
Easy. Easy. No, that was John McAfee, and that wasn't the whole point of the story.
That's what I took from it.
But that's basically what everybody remembers from that story. I got to attend, not really, I told it as a lie, at the Libertarian Party's convention for one of their presidential candidates when I was living in Los Angeles. It was John McAfee, the guy who created McAfee Software. My boss at the company I was working for was dating, soon to be married to the vice presidential candidate, and I told a half-baked lie of my adventures there. I was there for an hour, and I was so freaked out at what was happening, I had to leave pretty much right afterwards. So it was too much. Obviously, for a guy who has sex with whales, that's too much.
No, that's the part of that story that sticks out. Because you think about the mechanics right away, right? Let's not bullshit each other. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Is like, how?
Is that what's going to be brought up every time I come back on the show?
Yeah, you're the dog the bounty hunter
I'm
had sex
the
with
sex
whale
with
guy.
whale
That's
guy.
what you are. So
Great. That's a good tag to
Perfect.
have.
I love that.
Do you know Amanda Villarreal? Uh-huh. Years and years ago, and her oldest daughter, I can't remember her name is, Megan.
Megan, yep.
She was little. She was probably like 4. Mm-hmm. And I was shopping in Walmart and had underwear. And so from there on out, she knew me as the Choney boy. That's what she's like, Choney boy, Mom. And of course, Amanda was like, yes, Choney boy. Call him that for
You
always.
need to do some merch with
no.
Choney Boy on it.
Yeah.
Bring that in. Start selling it.
That's just how you say it.
I love
Sell it.
Yes.
Own it.
We got 3 stories. Matt, you want to read them off?
Yes, we have the people of Walmart, TSA, and Grand Theft Auto.
Nice. All right. Well, welcome back. Why don't you pick the first story?
Oh, I'm so excited to hear this one. The people of Walmart.
Oh.
Because he used to work for a Walmart.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. This is pretty unbelievable. So you're probably going to think that it's a lie, but it's 100% not a lie.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. So we go to church in Sterling. And so we were taking a class, and it was like, I don't know, winter, so dark by like 6 o'clock. And so we get out of our class, and we had to run to Walmart to get our youngest daughter birthday invitations. So we go in and get a couple of groceries and get a few. Sorry, I'm a hand talker.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So we get to the checkout, and this random guy is like talking us up, and we're in no mood. Just everybody's kind of in bad spirit, and he wants to talk about being a girl dad and all of this stuff, and we're just like, dude, like, leave us alone in
Right.
Walmart. Like, nobody wants to talk to you in self-checkout. That's why we are in self-checkout. We don't want to talk to people.
Beat it, creeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are like halfway done doing our little self-checkout, and we're like, crap, we forgot the birthday invitations. So me and Macy book it back, and as we're going, we pass by this guy with face tattoos. Like, full on, he's a Hispanic guy, clean cut, but like full on face tattoos.
Okay.
And so, so we run, like, kind of make eye contact and keep moving. And so then we go get the birthday invitations, and we come back out. And before we stopped at Walmart, we stopped and got Jordan some food because he was hungry. So we get in the car, and I jumped in the driver's seat, which I never drive because he drives and I don't drive. And so, unless I'm by myself, then I'm stuck. Anyways, okay.
Macy's not going to drive.
Macy's not going to drive, yes. So there's like we get the very first parking spot, and there's a taxi parked in the drive spot behind us. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get out. So we kind of wait patiently. We're sitting in the car, and he's eating his food. And so I put it in reverse, thinking like they'll notice and like take the hint and move.
Right.
And of course, they totally don't. So for whatever reason, I couldn't see out of my backup camera, and I was like, I just don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And Jordan's like, you're fine, just back up, just do it. So he's like, do you want me to get out and guide you? And I'm like, yes, please. That way I don't hit the stinking taxi. So, and it's like a totally janky, like minivan, like a certain type of people at Walmart hire on said taxi.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
I just know this so well. I can picture everything you're describing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got like plate full of fries and sandwich or whatever, and he's like, come on back, waving me back so that I can, maneuver past the van. And out of nowhere, this lady and her son come around both sides of the van and start like screaming and yelling at Jordan, and are like having this huge tantrum. And the son does this Superman jump across, like from the front of the van to the back of my car, and like puts Jordan in a headlock and has him
Whoa.
like in a headlock. And so I'm on the phone with my sister, and I'm like, Shelby, I gotta call you back. I'm sorry. So I put the phone down and I jump out of the car. So there's like enough room between us that like people are standing, my car door's open. So I had plenty of room to back out. There was no reason for any like chaos to happen.
Sure.
Right.
So, so Jordan's in the headlock and I'm like momming this kid, like, let go of him right now, putting my finger in his face.
How old is the kid, did you say?
He's not a kid. He's probably like early 20s,
Okay,
I would say.
okay.
Like mid-early 20s-ish.
Okay.
He's not a kid, but to us, to me, he was a kid.
He's younger than Jordan's old ass.
Yeah.
What's up, Jordan?
That is 100% true. So, and, you know, I don't know if we can date this, but happy birthday, Jordan.
Happy birthday, Jordan.
Yes. So I'm like momming, and he's like yelling back in my face. So I just haul off and pop him right in the square in the nose. And he lets up on Jordan enough that like he's able to get out of the headlock.
Right.
And so somewhere out of nowhere, this kid's dad comes up and is like pushing Jordan, like, leave my son alone. And Jordan's like, what are you talking about? He attacked me.
Right, right.
And so the kid, I'm going to call him the kid because
The kid.
yeah, he's the kid. So he like comes back at Jordan and is swinging like crazy. So Jordan pops him a couple of times and puts him on the ground. And he gets back up. This happens like 3 or 4 times.
Nice.
So, and I'm on the phone with 911. Our girls are in the back seat, like screaming because their dad is in a fight. In the
Right.
like now we've moved because we're in the front parking spot. We're in the crosswalk of Walmart.
Nice.
The guy that we were in the checkout with that wanted to talk about girl dad is in his pickup, like revving his engine. Vroom, vroom, in, like, he apparently, we found out later his horn didn't work. So that's why he's like revving his
So he's
engine to try
revving
to like
engine.
break up the fight.
That's his
apparently.
answer?
Yeah, that's what he said. So, so this is So this is an altercation is happening, and so Jordan like hits him a couple of times and puts him on the ground, and he gets back up, and so 3 or 4 times this is happening, and then pretty soon, guy with tattoos all over his face comes out of Walmart, comes up to Jordan, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Savage from GKI and Greeley. I got your back, homie," or something crazy,
Right,
gang
right.
something.
All right.
And Jordan's like, okay, sounds good. And he goes and beats the brakes off of this kid. I mean,
The guy did, the
the
tattoo guy.
tattoo guy
Okay.
beats up the kid.
All right.
Nice.
Like, beats him up. So I'm on the phone, and then the kid's mom gets in a fight with tattoo guy's girlfriend. So I'm on the phone with 911, and I'm like, there's like multiple fights happening in the crosswalk at Walmart. No joke.
Trailer Parkalooza.
Yeah.
They're like, can you tell us how many? And I'm like, 2, 4, like 6-ish people are fighting in the crosswalk.
Some old broad keeps coming and throwing a punch and leaving. I know we can count her. Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah, right.
So he beats the kid up. The kid's laying on the ground, all bloodied up. And tattoo guy, who nearly has the same shirt on that Jordan does, both white and black plaid, one's bigger plaid and one's smaller plaid, gets up, comes over and shakes me and Jordan's hand, and him and his girlfriend take off. Like split. No joke. So then the cops show up and they haul bloody guy off in an ambulance, and we were like, please let the Walmart cameras work tonight.
Right.
Please let them be
Right,
working,
right.
which they were. So we told them our side, and they told them their side, and they thought that I fought with the mom because they had no idea.
Yeah, who
the
just
2 guys
ran
had
up.
the same shirts on. GKI guy and Jordan had the same
Wow.
shirt on. And yeah, so they went and watched the cameras and came out, and they're like, do you want to press charges on bloody guy? And Jordan's like, no, did you see him? Like, he learned a hard
Yeah.
lesson
Yeah,
tonight.
He got his.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was fully prepared to go to jail that night, because like, who's going to believe that somebody came out of like the woodwork
Right.
and
Saved the
like
day.
beat up the guy in the parking lot?
Yes.
Totally unbelievable.
A Cholo superhero came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Where is
right?
he? Where is
I
he
got
now?
you fuckers.
That's what I want to know so bad.
I
Like,
don't
where
know.
did this
I've tried to
superhero
like
go?
find him on Facebook. No,
You figure
No.
like
No.
face recognition technology would probably be really ideal for this guy.
I
We'd find
know.
him in 2 seconds.
Maybe
You
this
totally
is
would be able to because he
Right?
had like scratch marks down his cheek.
That's who I want fighting my battles all day, every day.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe this is an angel story. We just don't know it.
Oh, that's a good. I
Right?
didn't even think about
You know?
that. That's a good point.
I don't know.
Guardian angel.
The
But they
tattoo.
had,
Play a
like,
SmackDown.
the police brought a photo out that they must have been able to like screenshot the camera from Walmart, which
Yeah.
the camera quality is actually really great if you ever were wondering. And they brought it out and they're like, "Do you know these people?" And that's when I noticed that their shirts were exactly the same. Like, oh my gosh, no, we don't know these people.
Right.
We don't know why why the guy like beat up the other guy and came and shook our hand. We don't know.
Well, we figured it out. It's obviously because they were wearing the same T-shirt.
Yeah.
There's a brotherhood in that, I think.
It was a brotherhood.
Who looked better?
For sure.
Who looked better?
Who looked better?
I wonder.
I don't know. I think Jordy looked better, but
There you go.
I like the part of the story where the guy tries to calm it down by revving his engine, which is the most aggressive thing you could do to a
Yes,
human being, you know?
exactly.
That's what you should do when you're trying to calm people down: is get
Yes.
louder and escalate the sound.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not telling you the most bizarre thing that I've ever
If you wouldn't have
encountered.
added Walmart in this, I would have said it was fake. But the fact that it happened at a Walmart is what makes this so believable to me.
Right?
So
Yes.
I used to work for Pepsi, and so I was in a Walmart
Yes.
all day long.
Yes.
And I've seen people get into fights. Like a man and wife got in a fight in the self-checkout over some like ramen noodles or something.
As you do.
Yeah.
I said pork.
No, it escalated quickly. I can't remember what the escalation was, but they started screaming at each other. I'm just stuck on the cooler like, oh my God, you know, like, wow, back to the trailer park.
Walmart brings out the worst in people. I'm
That's a
telling
fact.
you what. So then our friends got Jordan a Walmart survival kit, and it had like a rape whistle and mace and like just this cute little box that he could take to
Comes in
Walmart
handy.
after that. So yeah, it was pretty intense.
I mean, it sounds like it would come in handy.
I totally agree.
You guys should sell Walmart rape kits.
That's actually
Totally.
that's a good idea.
Or Walmart safety.
Walmart beat down in the crosswalk.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Laugh it up. They're going to be millionaires here.
I think that's excellent. I would
Yeah.
buy one.
Yes.
I would be in on that.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's just Walmart, man. I don't know. Don't you remember when COVID first hit?
Oh,
And the toilet paper thing?
Yes.
There was
Yeah.
actually a fist fight in our
Oh, I've
Walmart.
heard
at the
that.
Fort Morgan?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Over what type of toilet paper?
I don't know. There was
Soft
one
or hard?
pack left.
Or even
and they
like
were,
the Black Friday.
'Cause I might
nonsense
punch
where people
somebody
are, like,
for some
killing each
Cottonelle.
other. Yeah.
Well,
You know
that's
what I
why
mean?
they've calmed it down with the Black Friday thing, because there was someone in Michigan that got trampled. Was it
Trampled,
Michigan?
yeah.
Trampled over toilet paper?
No, for Black Friday.
Oh.
They opened the doors and some old man just fell down and people said,
Sorry, I need my TV.
yeah, toasters on sale.
I
Fool.
don't know.
Sucks
It's
for
buy
you.
one get one free on socks.
Yeah,
And the
boom.
deals aren't even that good. So you get killed to get $1 off of a toaster.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
A $9 toaster.
But it's
But
got a
it's $9
smiley
toaster.
face on it and googly eyes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to get this at midnight instead of hanging out with my family.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
You were security at a Walmart,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Or loss
Loss prevention,
Yeah.
asset protection, depending on the era you work there. And we did some Black Fridays and some Christmas ones. And it was in Castle Rock, so it wasn't that bad. I had a lot more fun stories when I was working in Palmdale, California. And
I'm sure.
those ones were, off the rails. There's so many ridiculous things happen there.
Okay. Well, what do you think about that story, Matt?
I think it's true.
I know Gina, so I think it's true too.
Yeah.
In that respect. A good friend of mine, Kelly, passed away, but he was dating my other friend, Aubrey. And Aubrey was tough, man. She was like your daughter's size, maybe shorter, you know. But Kelly told me that's what he loved most about her was that if he ever got in a fight, he was never alone because Aubrey would jump in and start swinging. She was
Yes.
not afraid of shit. You
That's
know?
awesome.
Yeah, my grandpa passed away. I went back. I did all the orders for that club I worked at, and Kelly did them while I was gone for that week. I went back and just to go see how everything went, and Kelly had a black eye, and I go, what happened, man? I thought a fight had broke out in the club all the time. No, Aubrey got drunk and they got into it, and so
Oh,
yeah, so she just came after him, and Kelly wouldn't hit her back, so he's like, do it to, and then she sobered up, and but yeah, she was tough. So I respect that, the fact that, and so should you, Jordan, the fact that you're never alone in a fight.
Yeah,
so
that is so true.
that's good. Hold my baby. Let's kick this bitch's ass.
Yes.
All right, that was a good story,
The
Gina.
sad part is that like his French fries were all over the ground
Oh,
and
bud.
like smashed, and he was still hungry, and yeah.
He's lucky he's not a fat guy like me. I'd have stabbed that dude like my Whopper's
My
on the ground.
French
Well,
son
he
of
was
a-
going for his pocket knife, but it like he's, starting to see stars, and it came
Sure.
off of his pocket and slid into his pocket, and then he's like, this is the end. This is how it's happening.
This is how it goes.
Like, he just couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, you don't expect a guy
Wild.
to jump at you like a crazy man and put you in a headlock.
I think I'm assuming everybody has some level of MMA training nowadays. I don't even want to risk
We've
it.
all watched enough YouTube
Seriously.
videos. We should have like some sort of
Armbar and oh my gosh, this guy knows way more than I thought. Like,
What is the old video? The World Star? No,
yeah, World Star.
World Star.
World
Remember
Star. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
that.
really? Yeah, it was like,
No.
what?
They just film random fights, and then it was hosted. The website was called World Star, but the people would yell World Star in the videos when they were fighting.
They beat the
World
shit.
Star, just pummel somebody.
It was the most ghetto thing you'd ever seen.
Pretty much.
I really feel like we should have been able to like preview the video from Walmart or like something,
Right.
because
Right.
I wanted to see that happen.
Right.
I didn't want to be involved.
I'll tell you, the loss prevention guys saved that video somewhere. Like we always save the juicy
The
stuff when
good
we see it
stuff.
happen. I mean, everywhere. Those are my favorite things. See, and you could pull up a greatest hits. Like we had a folder at the one in Palmdale
hits.
where like new people would start and be like, "This is a little taste of what you're going to deal with on a
Oh,
day-to-day
wonderful.
basis." Open up with the 36 case of beer, hitting somebody over the head to start off. And you're like, "Are you excited to be at work today?"
Oh, my
Oh
God.
no.
All right. That was a good story, Gina.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I liked
a
it.
That's a
lot.
good one.
I'm into that one. So, all right. We have TSA and Grand Theft Auto. Well, I know which one I want to hear, but I want to pick the other one and save that one for last. So
I
I'm going
see.
to take Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. So it's probably been like, I don't know, several years ago when Jordan worked a lot of hours out of town. They were hauling some oil field shacks from here to Virginia. And nothing ever happens like random and weird to me unless he's out of town. So that always happens. So it's 4th of July, and my brother and sisters, I don't know if both sisters were there or not, but at least a sister were over. We had like a meal, and then we all went down to the fairgrounds to watch fireworks. And then after the fireworks, we went back out to my house, and there's like a random Subaru parked in my yard. And so I kind of pull in the yard with like by myself with my 4 kids, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's dark, it's scary. We live out in the country, so it's not
Right.
like I have neighbors.
Right.
Like it could be a neighbor's car or something.
No
No,
one to hear
it's
you
like
scream.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
our 5 acres and just parked up next to my shed.
Right.
So, so I call my brother and sister, and I'm like, can you guys please come back out here? I'm not quite sure what to do. They're like, yes, we're on our way. So I call Jordan, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. What, like, should I call the cops? Do you know, does this car sound familiar? Is it somebody that you think you might know? And he's like, no, call the cops. Hello.
Is he wearing a white plaid shirt?
Right?
Is his
Does
face
anybody
tattooed?
have
We
a
will
plaid
find out
shirt
who it was.
on? Right?
Good callback.
Yes.
That was good, Larry.
Thank you.
So I call the cops, and they kind of arrive the same time my brother and sister do, and they come like guns a-blazing, sirens on, lights
Nice.
on, the whole show, come out and have to like completely clear my house. Like it was a special ops mission. They go around all the outbuildings, in between the trees, in the shed, in under the beds, in the closets, the whole, like guns drawn, the whole thing.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they run the plates on the car, and it is stolen. It's a stolen car that somebody like dumped in my
dumped
yard. Yeah. And so basically that was the excitement of the night. That it's a short story.
Yeah.
This one is, but they had to bring a tow truck out and tow the car, and I don't know whatever happened to the people. Like they didn't ever follow up with us. Like,
Wow.
here's what happened to the assailants that stole a car and dumped it in your yard. But
Right.
and we did get a talking to about a couple of airsoft rifles that were left laying around. Like, you shouldn't be having this stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it has the orange tips. You can clearly tell they are not real.
Right. Right.
So we're safe. We're okay.
Right.
We live in the country. Like, my kids are kids.
Can we touch on something real quick? Instead of like dusting for prints and looking for some footprints, maybe.
Oh, no.
They're like, hey, by the way, we noticed you had some airsoft guns out. The vehicle's no big deal, but those airsoft guns, we're going to have to do something about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that what they freaked out about?
I don't know.
Are these some serious looking guns? Like
No.
AK Like,
They look like normal airsoft
What
guns.
in the
I don't
world?
know.
I like
don't
the
know.
fact they treat you like you're the criminal.
The criminal.
That's what I'm like.
It's-
I didn't
it's
dump the car.
Mexican,
Yeah.
You know, like obviously, the victim turns into the assailant.
that's
Right.
terrible.
Yes.
Right.
That's terrible. Profiling.
The Suburban had 5 pounds of crack cocaine in it, but the airsoft
Yeah,
gun.
that's,
airsoft gun.
that's 100% why I
How-
did not pull into the garage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I figured it'd be more of a finders keepers situation where, like,
No.
Right.
how long it stays on your property, don't you get access to owning that thing?
Right.
So if you don't
No,
call the
because-
cops, then you could keep the car if they don't come back for it, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but
Okay.
I mean, ideally, yes. Like, isn't like
You don't think that's
possession
how it works?
9/10 of the law?
Well, I was gonna say.
Something like that. Nobody actually knows what that law
Well,
entails.
yeah,
but
okay. Let me play devil's advocate.
Oh, here we go.
Say your car gets stolen,
Ruin it.
and they're like, "Hey, we found your Dodge Ram, but some chick named Gina, it was on her property, so you don't get it back."
Or how about you have to fight for it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, Fight Club.
I kind of like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Jordan will World Star
It's a
fight
cage
you.
match
Yeah.
for Subarus. Maybe if it's like a Mazda Miata, it's more like a mini golf tournament.
But see, here's what would happen the next time Jordan was out of town when all the random, like, weird stuff happens to me.
They'd be-
Somebody'd come back knocking, wanting their Subaru. So
Right.
Excuse me,
Right.
ma'am. I parked my Subaru here near your house the last week. I was wondering if
it was
I
on the
could
4th
pick
of
it up.
July specifically. Could you please let us have it back?
Take
Yeah.
the airsoft rifles outside and 40 paces, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That would be. I mean, I'd take that punishment to get away with Grand Theft Auto. Just
Yeah.
get shot with some airsoft guns a little bit.
You ever had a car stolen?
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Obviously,
Have you ever been shot point blank with the airsoft gun?
yes, I
Yeah.
can say that. That sucks.
I have not.
That sucks.
But I think that's better than jail.
Is it worse or better than a paintball gun?
I've never been shot with a paintball
Ah,
gun.
see, I don't know about
But
that.
I do
one.
know Isaac was like our oldest. He was young, and I was standing at the end of his bed, and he was just kind of messing around with it. And I said, "Quit swinging that my way because you're going to shoot me." And he said, "No, it's not even loaded. It's not even loaded." And he pulled the trigger and got me right in the thigh. That kid is lucky to be alive. I am not even kidding you.
Gina leaped off the couch, put him in a headlock.
I did. He was going for his pocket knife, but
That's right.
it slipped down into his
That's right.
pocket. Yep.
No tattoo here's coming for you, Isaac.
That's
Punk.
right. We have Savage in our pocket, so
right,
yes.
you better watch out.
That's it. That's it.
He's our wingman.
What'd you think?
So I'm on the fence about that one more so than people of Walmart.
Okay.
A little bit. I don't have a legitimate reason why. It's a feeling.
I would lean towards that one more, but we'll have to listen to the last one. But I forgot to do something.
What'd you forget?
Shame on me.
Shame
We
on
are
you.
at the course at Petty Park.
Pettis.
Pettis Park. Is it Pettis?
He said Petty Park, Lance. Can you believe that?
I mean, I edit this, so no, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, take two.
I've had to edit all kinds of shit I've
Yeah,
said
no,
out.
that's
But
Petty
we are,
Park, though.
It's the golf course here in Brush, Colorado. So if you'd like to check it out, come out here. They have a nice restaurant, golf, all that good stuff. They have a little spot in the back for parties or whatever you want to do. So we'll have a link to the website or Facebook below the description of this on your YouTube or your whatever platform you choose to listen to this on. So
Down there.
shame on me. And
Can't believe you.
We're going to talk about it more in 2 weeks with Lance, the manager out here. So
I look forward to talking with Lance in 2 weeks.
At the same location.
Yeah, here's the deal. Wear that same outfit though, okay?
Yeah, no, I could totally do that.
Good point.
It's almost like I plan to do that or something.
When we first started doing that, Dinsy's like, "Do I have to bring 2 shirts?" I'm like, "Why, weirdo?"
Just
She's
take
like-
off your jacket.
She's like, "But they'll know." I was like, "Who
They'll
gives
know.
a shit?"
Excuse me, I noticed you recorded both of those the other day on the
Yeah.
same day.
Yeah, change your shirt, Lundstrom.
Do you always wear the same shirt for every single podcast?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you just own the one shirt, the little Ghostbuster shirt? Is that the only shirt
That's
you
the only
own?
Stop being a cheap ass and go buy a new shirt.
You slob, Lundstrom. So, all right,
Black and white plaid.
black and white plaid.
Take it on back.
All right, one more story.
One more
TSA.
TSA.
I'm excited for this one.
I like these stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were going to Vegas, and you know, all the cheap flights are either really early or super late.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's like 3 a.m, and we're loading up my Yukon with as many people that can possibly fit in. It's like a bunch of people in a sardine can. It's one of those situations.
Clown car.
So everybody's I'm driving. So I'm staying sober, of course, but everybody's like taking shots and drinking beers at 3 a.m, and it's a whole thing.
You're going
And-
to Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to start early for sure
Right.
at 3 a.m,
Right.
because by the time you get to Vegas, then you are going to die. So
Right.
it's So we get to the airport and get parked, and we bought a bunch of little shots because when you're going to Vegas, you're not spending your money on booze until
You have to.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
And turns out you can take the little shot bottles through security because they're under 3 ounces. So
Oh,
you
that's
just
cool.
stick them in your plastic baggie.
But you can only do one, right?
No.
Really?
You just
do
load a
multiple.
whole.
It'd be like taking 3 bottles of shampoo, like 3 little, as long as they're under 3 ounces.
Nice.
So just so you know, it's perfectly legal.
Good to know.
So,
Yeah.
yes. So I did a couple of shots in the parking lot, I was attempting to get caught up a little bit with
Yeah.
everybody else, but so by the time we get in and get our bags checked and get through security, I'm feeling pretty good. And so Jordan's like, hey, so we're in line in security, and he's like, hey, what did you do with the rest of those shooters? And I was like, he said, what did you do with the rest of those? And I was like, what? The shooters? And he's like, oh, no, you can't say that in security.
Oh, the shoot. Oh.
And I was like, oh, crap.
Oh my goodness.
So then, like, my heart starts racing, and people are looking at us.
A security
like,
guard grabs Jordan by the head, puts him in a headlock.
right, in a headlock, yes.
Yeah.
So, like, people are kind of just starting to act like sketch around us. Like,
As you do.
yes.
Is this
because-
is this after 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So, pretty soon, here comes 2 TSA officers
Oh, no.
and come over and undo the little fence and stretch it back. And, ma'am, sir, can you please come with us? And so pulled us out of line. We had to follow the yellow tape all the way around to their little screening rooms.
Oh no.
And so we started getting questioned. I felt like I was on a movie
Right.
with, like the swinging light bulb
Yes.
and, all of it.
Snap.
Yeah. And we're just like, no, it was totally innocent. Check our bags. There's shots in there. Like, we are not shooters.
We have real bomb shots in this
There's
bag.
actual alcoholic beverages. It's probably not the right phrase, but
Right.
there are shots in there.
Right.
And so we ended up missing our flight. Like, all the rest of our party was able to go on and do their thing, but we ended up having to catch a flight later that day because
no.
it was they checked our bags, they pulled our bags off of the out of the plane, our checked bags or
Right.
whatever.
Wow.
It was a whole situation. So we ended up making it to Vegas and needed shooters after that.
Yeah,
but
You guys are totally on some kind of weird government list right now.
Seriously.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
So
Grand
that
Theft
was
Auto.
that.
Stolen Suburban, it says here. Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you happen to own a Subaru that you parked at your own house?
Is there
and
ever-
it's stolen?
Is there a airsoft rifle one with you?
I just was expecting maybe a captain of the TSA to come out and have a tattooed face.
right.
This really would come full circle
Right.
all the way
Bust
around.
his buttons open and it's a plaid shirt.
Yeah.
For me.
Right. I get pulled aside quite a bit at the airport.
Do you?
I have twice, yeah.
Really?
Really?
That's messed up.
Well, they not like that, where they
yeah.
make you go in the other line. And,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's happened to me before too. I guess maybe more so now after I've already been put on the list.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yes, but
yeah.
I didn't scream shoot or bomb loud in an airport, so I feel I don't deserve that. That's what I feel. So.
Yeah. But you didn't have Men in Black come and
oh,
pull you
no,
out of line.
no.
I felt like that. I was like,
We're about to be disappeared.
they're gonna erase our memory.
Yes.
It's gonna,
Have you ever been to Vegas?
Yes, I have.
The fun part about Vegas is on the flight down there, everybody is in a good mood, drinking, having a good
Yes.
It's quiet like a graveyard on the way
Yeah.
home.
Yes.
Right? It's
100%.
Oh, so hungover, man. It's, funny story about our mutual friend we have.
Yes.
I think you're
yes,
talking
yes.
about. We went. What's up, mutual friend? You know who you are.
Cheers, mutual friend.
We all went and drank. It was for a wedding. Her brother was getting married.
Yep, I was there.
Oh, were you on the flight home with us?
I don't remember.
You
I
must
don't
not have
think
been
I was.
because this was. We got drunk.
Lovely.
Yes, and I remember taking off the plane, and I looked over at her, and she's doing baby breathing, like. Oh, no. And I'm thinking she's gonna vomit, dude. I could see it in her eyes, like everything in her power and her will is like, do not throw up on this. And I'm thinking, do it, throw up. I wanted to be behind her, but like
making the barf sound,
just rubbing her legs and. She, you know what? She didn't do it because she's a trained professional. She doesn't mess around.
She's definitely a trained professional.
But man,
Most definitely.
Because I was a little queasy, but then I looked over her and I thought, well, I hope you throw up first, because then I can be like, I threw because she threw up. She's the problem
She started
here.
it.
Yeah. So
Broke the seal.
yeah.
And she probably could have tolerated the barf sounds even.
Yeah.
She's
Pretty tough customer.
She's pretty tough. Yeah.
You need to go to Vegas with her if you want booze, because she's not afraid to ask for it. She's not.
I'm really curious to know who this mutual friend is.
I don't think you'd know her.
No, I don't think so.
No?
She still lives here, but she don't. Yeah, she's not about. I don't see her really that much anymore. But
That's too bad.
yeah, but she like when they're pouring those big skulls at Treasure Island, she would like harass them, like, what are they taking that out of your check?
Yeah.
Hook it up, hook it up, hook it up, hook it up.
Yes.
I lean over
Like,
like,
all the way to the top. Like
Oh.
the straw doesn't have to go in yet.
Oh
Like
my-
all the way.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Sounds seasoned.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
she's fun to go to Vegas with. She's definitely
That's cool.
Did you go to that wedding?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's been a long time. Like 15 years ago, I saw on Facebook
Yeah.
already. I'm getting old, man.
I'm not. Every time I talk about it, I feel bad when I talk about it with you, so I'm not saying a word.
What?
Getting old.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
You know.
I hate you,
Yeah,
Ginger.
I
All
know.
right. Well, what do you think about that one?
I didn't say anything this time. What did I think about that one? See, I like it. I kept getting the sense that maybe it was someone else's story.
Really?
I just got the vibe. I can't put my finger on exactly why. I don't know what.
Do you have one in mind?
I do.
I don't.
You don't?
I got narrowed down to 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one? What are you thinking?
I'm not. I'll tell you when we do our paper rock scissors.
Well, why are you asking me right now then if you're not
Because
going to
I
talk
want her
about
to beat you in the worst way. That's why. I want you to
Well,
lose
I
this so
told you
bad.
already that I didn't tell somebody else's story. So you can just
yeah.
eliminate
It
that
was- it
right
was
there.
completely
These are
made up.
all 100% my
But how can we
stories.
trust that you're not lying to us about lying about that? How could we know?
I'm not really much of a liar.
Yeah.
Well, see, now that's what liars say to say, see, Larry, don't fall for these mind games, all right?
I just
This
hope
is how you
do.
stay undefeated.
All right. So now what we do is rock paper scissors. Gina, how do you rock paper
I'm
scissors?
so sick of
I
this.
don't know.
Do you
Like,
1, 2, 3 shoot or
Yeah.
boom boom boom?
It makes no sense to go boom, but 1,
it's
2,
boom,
go.
boom,
It
boom.
makes no sense.
Do you do then shoot, or do you go boom 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 then shoot?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
You just confused it.
No, I got the answer I was looking for, Larry, is what I was trying to do.
All right. So we're doing 4, right?
Yeah, that's the right way.
Your bastard way. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No, we're gonna do this right?
No,
Because
you mess this up every time I do
You
this,
have
and
no
then you yell
rhythm.
at me like it's my fault. All
That's
right?
why Matt and I'll never make love. We have no rhythm. So
He does this every time.
I don't do it every time.
Count, give me a count. I'm a musician.
This
Give
is
me the 1,
episode
2,
like
3, 4.
56.
One,
Everybody
2,
else and I have
3.
great rhythm. You do this thing and then you go take a step. And
What are we talking about?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Is that how you do it?
Yes.
I'm not pumping yet.
She counted it down.
She was confirming.
Oh my
Now you know
goodness.
what he's going to pick.
Ready? Damn it. All right, I'll go first. Okay. I hate this. All right, the people of Walmart, I think, is true. I think that is a true story. A little outrageous, so I'm going to say that's the true one. The two I question is the TSA and the Grand Theft Auto, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Grand Theft Auto. Well, TSA I think might be true as well, because I can hear you screaming "shooter" in a fucking airport. You know.
100%.
These are bomb
Yes.
French fries.
Yes.
So I can kind of see that. So I'm going to say TSA is true. So for the Bullhucker, I'm going to go with Grand Theft Auto as the Bullhucker for me. What are you thinking, Matt?
I think I'm going to lose my streak here because I'm going to go curveball. I'm going to say people of Walmart is the lie.
You think people at Walmart is a lie?
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
I don't think it is just because. Are you trying to lose just to make me happy?
I would never do that. I would never, ever do that,
There's a lot
Larry.
of detail on that one.
Well, I mean, if I lose, I lose. Oh, darn.
All right. So you're going to go people at Walmart. I'm going to go Grand Theft Auto. Gina, let's see what's on board. TSA, she beat us both. Oh, my God. Seriously.
Seriously. So I did yell shooters in the security line, but like they didn't
Everything
come pull us
else
out of line or
happened.
anything.
Okay.
Like Jordan just scolded me slightly, and then we moved on with our life. So
You're gonna get a rubber glove. You're gonna get one of us searched
Yes.
in a very unhealthy way. Okay.
In France, they use very heavy dictionaries, so they get you to talk quickly. from what I
there you
understand.
go.
I'm so sad, but I there was no tells that you're. I mean, in the nicest way, you're a very good liar.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that worked out well.
Before we go, though, I forgot. Oh, I've been forgetting everything. Bullhucker.com, you can find all our stuff. Make sure you subscribe to. I am fumbling around today bad.
It's all right. It's all right. You're
I
doing
didn't
great.
mean to make you nervous, Larry.
I'm very nervous.
That's what she does.
I'm actually very happy because now you're not undefeated. This is very
That's right.
record.
I feel
didn't
like
record.
I'm super proud of myself.
You should
right
be
now.
super proud of
That's
yourself.
very good. That was good.
No, it makes me happy.
That's good. Anything I could do to make you happy, Larry. That's what I'm here for.
But hey, please subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little red dot. Hit that. It subscribes. Subscribes.
Remix.
It subscribes to the podcast. It's a little click for you, but a big click for us. Also, if you're whatever you listen to, what do you listen to them on? Are you an iTunes person? Are you
Apple Podcast.
Okay,
yeah.
so iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio,
Spotify.
whatever, Spotify. That's what I listen to them on. Please leave a rating and review. We'd like to hear it. And if we see it, Matt will give you a free hug in the street. He's a very good hugger, right?
I'm okay.
I mean, you're better than most.
Well, I don't know why you would know that
I
specifically.
didn't know that. You try to hug me all the time.
Not all the time, just sometimes.
It's an uncanny amount of times.
Let's spread the love.
And if you want to check out the golf course here in Brush, please check out the link in the description below. Gina, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
I was
It was
excited to
super
have you.
fun.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yes.
I'm a little disappointed. A story from back in the day didn't come up. So
I know. I thought about it, but I was like, oh, these ones are all so good.
They are
Right.
very good.
Like,
because the story you mentioned earlier, we did tell on this podcast. I didn't bring her name up, so you don't know it's her. I've done that a few times, but it's
Very
it's
super
a
secret.
It's a great story.
Yes.
I don't know if you were here or not.
Probably not.
it was a good one. There was some
Yeah,
wild nights happening back in the day.
it was a good time. It was always a good time. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was. It was.
I mean, I want to hear about some wild nights.
There was,
I mean, that's
there was a party that was my neighbor's house, and I won't tell the story, but that's the one we're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the one.
that's all I get. There was a party, and then I miss all the other detail.
Well, after we're done, I'll tell you the story. So
Oh, this guy.
she might
Sorry,
still
it's
she could probably still be sued for this. Okay, so just
Yeah.
back off.
I
That's
probably
a story
could.
for a
Somebody,
future one.
like some rando, probably still has a mark on me. You just never know.
What in the world? I thought the tattooed face guy was where this was going. I mean, it keeps escalating above
I'm telling
and
you,
above this.
my life is crazy.
She's got kids too, man. We don't get that story out.
True enough. All right. Fair enough. Your kids don't deserve that.
It is true.
How
It
old are
is
the
true.
youngest ones now?
10 and 13.
my
Or Haley will be 13 in March. So,
Really?
yeah.
Cool.
Then Isaac and Liz are 20 and 21. They're all just growing up, and
Isaac's gone though, right?
he's back in Greeley.
Okay.
Liz is in Colorado Springs, and well, not currently, but she's living there.
Nice.
And yeah, so
It's a crazy town, that Springs.
I know it.
Crazy town.
I know.
Agreed.
Lived in Pueblo for. Oh yeah, you used to live
I was
too?
there. Yep.
Did you ever go down on Academy?
Now I was on Cheltenham Fountain, and
But
that was.
Did you ever go down there?
I mean, yeah, I'd been near Academy.
Did you ever go down there? Yeah, it's crazy.
We're gonna get her one of those Walmart like attack kits.
The safety
The-
kit.
the
Yeah.
Safety kit with
Yeah.
the rape whistle and mace.
Because it's all like ghetto or military down there, right? It's,
Also true.
That's
Yes.
all that's in
100%. 100%.
I used to hate Springs,
Can't
man.
disagree with that.
I lived in Pueblo and I looked down on Springs. What's that about?
There's like a block that's like decent. I mean,
Right.
the area is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
But
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty ghetto.
yeah, oh, yeah, Springs, yeah. But they have like Gardens of the Gods down there. They have a lot of cool things
Yeah.
down there.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
mean, yeah, as for a whole, Springs is, well, Pueblo's not much better, but I live there, so I,
Yeah.
Anyway,
She's in a good part. She's by like near UCCS, so it's
Cool.
all
Okay.
like nice and new
Yep.
down
Right.
there, so it's good. But
That's
yeah.
good.
Very nice.
the only thing that Springs I hate too is I-25. They never built it like that town would grow.
Yeah.
That town's a nightmare to get through on rush hour, man.
Agreed.
I think it's worse than Denver.
Yeah.
I'd rather go through Denver, but
When you get all that mountain traffic, everybody commutes into the mountains from
Right.
the Springs and comes back down. And I hated wintertime driving out there.
bet.
Yeah,
It's just
for sure.
ridiculous.
right. Well, that's it for the Bullhucker podcast. Hey, Gina, thanks so much for coming
Yes,
on.
thanks for having
It was a
me.
lot of fun.
I'm so glad I got to beat you guys.
I-
Love it.
I'm glad you're here because you beat Matt, so you're not
I've been defeated. I've been humbled.
and you beat us both, so congratulations.
Yes.
Hall of
thank
Fame.
you. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Moose Lunston.
I'm
Peace.
Matt Gordon.
Bye.